The Clockmaker's Son. In the bustling town of Gearhaven, nestled between rolling hills and whispering forests, lived a clockmaker named Elias and his son, Corin. Elias was renowned for his intricate timepieces, each one a masterpiece of gears, springs, and ticking magic. People traveled from far and wide to marvel at his creations and commission clocks for their homes. Corin, however, had little interest in clocks. His heart belonged to music. From the moment he could reach the keys of the family's old piano, he spent hours lost in melodies, his fingers dancing across the keys, composing pieces that spoke of dreams and freedom. But Elias had a different vision for Corin. "You're my only son," he would say, "and the shop must stay in the family. Our name is etched into every clock I've ever made. It's your legacy." Corin tried to please his father. He studied the craft, learning to polish brass, fit gears, and tune pendulums. But no matter how hard he worked, he couldn't silence the music in his soul. It whispered to him at night, a symphony of longing that made his heart ache. One day, an old traveler visited the shop, seeking a clock for his distant village. As Elias busied himself with measurements, the man noticed Corin sitting at the piano in the corner, quietly playing a haunting tune. "Beautiful," the traveler said. "Is this your composition?" Corin nodded shyly. "You have a gift," the man said, his weathered face softening. "Why do you hide it here?" Corin hesitated, glancing at his father. "This is where I'm needed." The traveler shook his head. "Your time is limited, young man. Don't waste it living someone else's life." The words struck Corin like a thunderclap. That night, he lay awake, staring at the ceiling. The weight of his father's expectations pressed down on him, but the traveler's words ignited a spark. Could he truly step away from the life laid out for him? The next morning, Corin approached his father. "Father," he began, his voice trembling, "I've tried to follow in your footsteps, but my heart belongs to music." Elias set down his tools, his expression unreadable. "Music won't keep the shop running, Corin." "I know," Corin said, his resolve growing. "But this isn't my path. If I stay, I'll only bring you resentment instead of pride." For a long moment, Elias said nothing. Then, with a heavy sigh, he walked to the piano. "Your mother used to play this," he said, running a hand over the worn keys. "She'd fill this house with songs that made the clocks seem alive." Corin stared at his father, stunned. Elias met his gaze. "Go," he said softly. "Chase your music. Make your own timepieces. Ones that move hearts, not hands." With tears in his eyes, Corin hugged his father and set off, carrying little more than his compositions and a small pocket watch Elias had made for him as a child. Years passed. Corin's music spread across the land, earning him fame and adoration. His compositions were played in grand halls, touching the lives of thousands. In every piece, he wove the rhythm of ticking gears, a tribute to the life he'd left behind. Back in Gearhaven, Elias continued crafting clocks, each one imbued with pride for the son who had found his own time.